Hey everyone, this is Renee from iMore, and right now I'm going to show you the future of smartphones, Apple's brand new iPhone X.
I'm not going to give you another spec-laden, boring iPhone review. Not for iPhone X. It's too much fun. Seriously, this is an absolute blast. It's the most fun I've had with any gadget since the original iPhone, and it might just be the best damn product Apple has ever made. iPhone X is about the size of iPhone 8, but it has the screen the size of iPhone 8 Plus. Apple achieved that by making the display run edge to rounded edge. Almost. And yeah, I'm talking about the horns. They're annoying, like a spot in your eye or a splinter in your brain, but you only really notice them on bright white interfaces. Otherwise, they fade away in portrait, and your thumb tends to cover them in landscape. They also let the display really go edge to edge, which is fantastic in general, and especially so for augmented reality, where you don't want any bezel, you just want a portal into the digital world. The display is OLED, Apple's first, and make no mistake, it's an Apple display. Yeah, they sourced it well, but they also anti-aliased the hell out of it, to the point where most people won't even notice it's pentile. It does shift blue off-axis, but not red, and Apple's done a ton of work to prevent burn-in. True Tone is here, and I suggest turning it on and leaving it on. It makes white look white, not OLED white, paper white. iPhone X is also the first real end-to-end HDR portable on the market. Go ahead, watch Wonder Woman or Baby Driver. It's flippin' gorgeous. Apple's also color calibrating each individual device at the pixel level. Ultimately, the biggest compliment I can give Apple OLED is that iPhone X looks like an iPhone. Not washed out, not oversaturated, but like an iPhone, only better. Gone is the home button. In its place is a new fluid navigation. Swipe up to go home, swipe sideways to go back and forth between apps, swipe slightly up, pause, and let go to enter multitasking. Swipe down for reachability mode if you enabled it in settings. Apple boosts the touch sensitivity to 120 Hz to make it look and feel instantaneous, like it's glued to your finger, and it works. I can't stop playing with it. No home button also means no Touch ID. Instead, iPhone X has Face ID. It has some limitations, like you can only register one face as opposed to 5 distinct fingers, but it works ridiculously well. So well you start to forget you ever had a passcode. So well it makes Touch ID start to feel like a chore. By default, you do have to look at your screen though, intently, like Eye of the Tiger intently. The downside of attention-aware interface is that you have to pay attention. If anyone has trouble with Face ID, this is going to be that. You can disable the attention requirement in settings if you want to increase the unlock angle and reduce unintentional unlock attempts, but it's more secure not to. The same true-depth camera that enables Face ID also enables portrait selfies. You get full-on bokeh effects and the new lighting effects. They're still in beta, especially when it comes to handling things like my dark brown hair. But computational photography is the future, Marty, and this is how we're going to get there. Apps can't access your Face ID data, but they can get rudimentary meshes, depth maps, and expression tracking. An emoji built into iMessage shows all of that off. It's stupid, it's silly, but it's so much fun. It might not last any longer than Digital Touch did, but the same tech will be used in Instagram, Snapchat, AR apps, and more, and that's going to be transformative. The back camera system on the iPhone X is about a third of a stop better than the one on iPhone 8. That's thanks to a f2.4 aperture optically stabilized telephoto lens. The rest is the same, including the outrageously cool 60 frames per second 4K video and 240 frames per second 1080p slow-mo. iPhone X's glass on the back. A bit slippery for my taste, but it does allow for inductive charging, which isn't fast, but is super convenient. Because the design is new, there are new cases for iPhone X, including Apple's traditional silicon. Wireless accessories, like AirPods, just work. So do apps and games. Developers can update to take advantage of the new display, but either way, thanks to the A11 Bionic processor and the OLED screen, they look and perform great. And that's the bottom line with iPhone X. Sure, it has some flaws and some shortcomings, but from the moment you look and swipe, you smile. It's a phenomenally well-conceived and executed experience, and it is so much fun. If you want an old-style iPhone, get an iPhone 8. If you're ready for something new, get an iPhone X. It really is the best damn product Apple has ever made.
That was a quick look at iPhone X. We're going to have so much more for you, so keep it locked to iMore.